I was playing music, and then when I stopped recording, the music stopped. That's a bit annoying. I don't know whether to put some music on or just leave it. I feel like it could be a very boring video without some background music. You just have to listen to me talking the whole time instead of some background music when I do stuff. Anyway, I might just leave it. Okay. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I don't know how well the speaker on this works. Give it a go. Alright, brushes. First thing I do is some sort of like primer, but I don't have any at the moment because it's all empty. So moisturizer works fine. I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to wash this straight off when I'm done. Helps it stay on longer. Anyway, so we're going to prime everywhere, except I'm not, because like I said, I'm going to wash it off. Right, so the first thing I do is this. Anything. I just happen to have this brand. NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer. It's green. I use it everywhere that I am red, because the green hides the red. So, do I do a full face or do I just do a half face? I mean, I'm just gonna wash it off anyway. Alright, I'm gonna do a half face. You'll get the point still. Okay, so I do that. I put that on. Doesn't really require any specific brush. Just any sort of soft-ish paddle brush will work. Anyway, yeah, that. Okay. And then I use the same product but in a concealer color, and I use the other end of this brush just because it's convenient. Not for any specific purpose. I have brushes for specific purposes and this one isn't one of them. It just is the right size and it's convenient, and I don't know where I got it from and it's really old. Anyway, under my eyes like a triangle, if you saw that happening. Next, foundation brush. This is an XO Beauty flat face brush. I got this online. It was $30 for just this brush. My entire brush set that I own, I bought it online for 15 bucks. And it comes with all the brown handled ones. So all the ones that I normally use except this and well, it's broken, but they didn't come with it. I bought them from Priceline though. They were like $3 each. I don't know. They're from Priceline. Foundation. I don't blend any of this in. I don't rub any of this in either. I do that with the foundation brush, with the foundation. On my hand, on the brush, like this, circular motions in my eyeball, good stuff. And then I just circular it around, it's not even English, circular motions to move it around. It's in my eye. Get out of the bottle. yes, I have foundation in my eye. This feels great. Alright, dab on my hand, dab it on the brush, dab it on my face. Dabs, strokes, circular motion, all the same. Circular motion in my hairline, on my ear, come down my chin. So green stuff, anywhere that is red. Concealer goes under your eyes, obviously, to cover up the fact that I'm tired of the world and it's shit. Okay, anyway, foundation down a bit and make sure it's all really well blended in. I do this quite hard just to make sure it's really blended in and I don't have any orange lines anywhere. And to make sure I blended all the green, because I obviously don't want to be green either. Okay, that's that. Foundation, green and concealer, so difference, big difference. Don't know if you can really, oh yeah, you can tell on camera. The difference between the half and half. Anyway, let's rub that into my hand. Okay. Oh my god, there's so much foundation. Okay. If I'm gonna legitimately do my foundation, I actually don't ever really use that one. I usually use this one. Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna wash it off, but oh, let's make it look good. I usually lay 2 foundations on my face. When I do your makeup, I usually lay 1 because you are lighter than me and I like more coverage for my acne scars, so I usually lay 2 foundations. This one's lighter than that one. I try not to lay foundation under my eyes. I do with the first layer, and you will with yours if you do 1 layer. Just because I put more concealer over the top later and it can look a bit cakey and creasy if I lay 2 lots of foundation under my eyes. So I usually avoid under my eyes for the second layer of foundation, and I usually just do like a light layer for the second one. And I can't see that well without my glasses without getting this close to the mirror, so bear with me. Alright, and I sort of dab that. I should buy like a beauty blender. It's like a sponge made for like dabbing this in, but I'm lazy. They're like $2, but you know. Alright, foundation is done. The next thing I do is banana powder. So I use this brush, which is the second sized, just like big powder brush. Banana powder, Stralis brand. I don't know, there's heaps of brands, Priceline, it's all real cheap. This has lasted ages. Banana powder is yellow, and just like the green on a color wheel, green cancels out red and yellow cancels out purple. So purple under your eyes, your purple under eye bags, banana powder will cancel that out. I don't always use the big brush. Sometimes I use the big one and the small one. Sometimes I just use a small one. Just depends. Because I usually use this one for my top concealer. So I usually use the big one to do the big areas, and then I use the small one to really get under my eyes to get rid of the purpleness under my eyes. So that looks, this is bad lighting. Right, so I do that, and then I get a concealer of any sort. Mine are all really old and all very different types. This is a Fit Me concealer. This is Rimmel Match Perfection. I have about 2 more, I think. There's another one of these ones. That one's actually quite empty. I might use that one, it's a bit fuller. Another Rimmel Hide the Blemish concealer. They're all different brands. You just sort of have to shop around and work out what one you like best. Reasonably cheap. I don't really buy expensive makeup because there's not much purpose in buying expensive makeup because cheap products do the same thing. The only expensive makeup I own is probably this foundation. This foundation was like 20 bucks. However, I don't know how much these are. They're really, like I said, they're really old. 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter. I don't know. I just use whichever one I pick up first. Because they're all the same. They're all the same shade. They're all light. Like that one's an ivory. This one's this is a number 10 and that one's a number 10 and they're 2 different brands. So they're both the same color. So I go down to like the base of my nose and all the way across right up past the corner of my eye, and then just a couple more strokes to add some more product in a triangle sort of shape for under eyes. If I was doing full face, this is a bit hard because I don't have foundation here, but I'd do a half moon here. Oh, there's no foundation under this side of it, but anyway, you get the point. Half moon on my chin, go up my nose, right up the center, and I do like some lines here, and I do the same on that side. I just realized me looking in the mirror might make it hard for you to actually see on camera. So lines up here, same on the other side, straight down the middle of my nose and triangle under my eyes, half moon on my chin, and I dab it. I don't brush it. I'm dabbing the brush on my skin. I'm not brushing it. And okay, so this under my eye is obviously concealer, like concealing under my eyes, and then I use concealer as highlighter as well. So that's why I go up my nose and I go here and I'm brushing this because I'm blending this and I'm blending this. So I'm brushing this and I'm going to brush this now because I'm blending it now, and I'm still going to dab under here, otherwise it can crease and get very cakey. So this like highlights your nose, like where the sun would naturally hit. You want that to really bounce, stand out. Anyway, okay, so that's done. And then I go back in with the banana powder. Powder sets your makeup really well. So I go back in, always tap off the excess with the banana powder, same brush as the concealer. The concealer's in the brush a bit, so the powder sticks a bit more this time around. And it just sets that up under your eyes so that the makeup doesn't really crease or come off. And then the next thing I do is I get a bigger brush to what we used before with the banana powder, and I use powder. This is very old. I've had this for a very long time. I think it costs about 20 bucks and you can buy it from the supermarket. Target, Big W, all the supermarket. Doesn't, I don't know, can probably get it all from Priceline too. Tap that off and I'll use that on my cheeks and everywhere that I didn't put highlighter or banana powder. So I sort of do like along my hairline here, my cheek here, avoiding my under eye area that I did, and don't do my chin, and I put it down my neck as well, just sort of set that foundation a bit, and yeah, leaving the under eye area where I've used the banana powder and all of that, because it's got banana powder on it. Anyway, the next thing I do is I highlight. Where did I put that? Now I bought this highlight packet from Target. It is Chi Chi brand. It's quite cheap. But before that, I was too cheap to buy a highlighter. So the first thing I bought was this Maybelline highlighter, which I don't use anymore. I do, but not as often. I kind of use this as a blush now. I don't know how much it cost, but it's pinky. Whereas I like a white highlighter on my cheekbones. So I use that more of a blush now. And then, like I said, I was too cheap to buy a highlighter. So I got this given to me, and I used to use the white eyeshadow all the time. That's not the white eyeshadow all the time as a highlighter. And now I have my own highlighter. Dun, 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 dun. All of these are highlighters. They're all glittery. Anyway, so I get a really dense brush. Just covered my finger in glitter. Depending on what I'm wearing, depends on what color I would use, because there's all different colors. Obviously this one's very, very red, and then it's sort of like peachy, and then you've got some bronzes, and then some like really light. These two are really light bronzes. This one's a light bronze, but these two are really peachy, and this one's stark white. I've never really used the red one because I don't really have anything that goes with it, but because I'm not doing my makeup for anything in particular at the moment, I'm going to use the red one and see how that looks. And that goes, if you smile, like this is the apple of your cheek. This, so you smile, this is the apple of your cheek, and you want to sort of put it just above that, but you want to avoid getting it in this area. So you smile, an apple of your cheek, and this is the base of the apple of your cheek, and you want to sort of put it there. There. Oh god, it's red. Alright, well, that was a bad color choice. Okay, so now we know what the red looks like, and we won't ever use that one again because it's very, very red. Okay, so that was a bad example. I'm gonna have to use a different color on the other side to show you what it does. So this fire, and you just want to use a light, really light amount. One, maybe two, not always two. Depends on your makeup. This isn't going to sit on my cheek because there's no foundation there for it to stick to. But, yeah, no. Yes. Red. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can't really edit this video, so I can't cut any of this out. I mean, I could edit it, but I don't really want to, so I can't cut any of this out, so you're gonna have to deal with my weirdness. Okay. Okay. You can't see it because there's no foundation for it to stick to, and there's really poor lighting. So you're gonna have to imagine that the red is white. Oh my god, it's so red. Holy shit, what the fuck? Okay, anyway, just pretend that's white. Okay, so imagine that sitting just on the base of your cheek, and it's white, pinkish, and it looks good. And then the next thing I do is I get this angled brush. Okay, this brush is angled. Yes, okay. I get this blush. I don't own blush. I use this as blush now. And I get some product and tap up the excess and put it on the apple of my cheek. Just sort of dab it on there. Fantastic. And then the last thing I do is I get this, well, not the last, but highlight wise, this fan brush, and I use the white. and I get that on the brush, and the first place I put it is above the first highlight, just a little. You don't need much white, it just sort of brings out that first highlight. We're imagining that the first highlight is white and not red. My face is so red on this side. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Alright. And put it just above that highlight, like this. Yep. Okay, look through it, good. And then ends of my nose, because the light naturally bounces off your nose, off your top lip. Yes, yes. And that's a tiny bit on my chin, not much. Okay, that's it. And then I would set that with some spray or some powder, and then I would do my eye makeup, my eyebrows, my eyelashes. When I do eye makeup, I need to wash all my brushes anyway, so might as well make them all dirty. Right, so let's get some of this shit. This mark one, that one's broken. Okay. So when I do my eye makeup, I do own a blush. I lied. I forgot that I bought this blush. Oh, I do contour sometimes. Like if I like for Harley's grad, I contoured, but the everyday makeup, too much of a hassle. Which palette? I'm going to use this one. Natural. Okay. Haven't washed my brushes, so this may not work. You need to use a clean brush. Tap off the excess. Okay, this is a color palette that I'm using. I've used this first shade here as a base for my eyes. Alright, this could get interesting. And I put that everywhere. All over my eyelid. Just a base color. Something for the rest of the colors to sit on. I need to take the makeup off my leg. Let me move in. Okay, so base color. Tap off the excess and just a base all over. I try and use this camera, but it's further away and much smaller. I lean like this and look in that mirror. Oh, I don't know. Right. And then you can do a whole number of different things. You just have to practice with it. Experiment with the eyeshadows and work out what looks good and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm going to use a brown next. I'll show you. Okay, so this was the first color that I used. Where did you go? Ah, this is the sex one. No, sex one. What the hell? This is the next one, the second one. Second one, next one, next one. Anyway. They're both not glittery. First of all. And I'm gonna put that in this corner of my eye. Along the crease. So see how you like my eyelids have like a natural like crease? Like if I lift that skin, like this line on top of my eyelid. That line. Yeah. Anyway, in along that line, like where your eyeball ends in your skin. Right, so we're gonna run the brown, not all the way, just like halfway along that crease and down in that corner. This process takes a while. I enjoy it though, but I mean if you find it boring, just put a color on. Doesn't have to be like this, just put a color on and run that on there. I always go for dark ones. I like it because I have blue eyes. It looks good. I think, I mean, I'm the only one that needs to care. Oh, yes. La 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 la. And then you can sort of like circle motion it right up to the eyebrow bone. So you know, like you feel like that bone there, like circle it right up into that bone. Oh yes. Keep going. And then we start adding some more. I might go this one. So this was the first one. This is the second one. I'm gonna use this one next. So we're gonna get that all on our brush. We're gonna tap it and we're gonna put it right in the center of the eyelid, right in the middle. Can barely see it because I don't have my glasses on, but we're just gonna assume that it's going on there. And then you want to sort of rub it, like blend it, like rub it, run it, whatever, in with the other color, so that you don't have like one color, the next color, the next color. You want to blend them all together. So I don't always use the same brush. Like I'll use like a different brush for each color normally, and then so I'll use like this brush for the base color and then the crease color. Put it aside. I'll use a different brush for every color. Then at the very end I'll get that brush again and I'll get just a tiny bit of that first color and I'll go along the crease and make sure all the colors are blended in, so that you don't have like patchy colors. So like we're gonna go that one and then put like a real bright color in your inner corner. So inner corner, outer corner. So we're gonna go like I got like a bright pink. I'll like pack that on there. Well, like lots of brightness in my inner corner for this look. Flawless. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can even use spray to wet the brush first, so that it becomes like a paint instead of a powder. Then we're gonna go back, gonna pretend that I use different brushes, and then we're gonna get the same brush, the original brush, and then we're gonna run all the way along that crease. Really blend it in, really rub it in there. Get it right in that, the brown right in that crease. And then you want to get that same first brown and run it underneath. All the way. Underneath your eye. Right on the lash line. Like you want to stab yourself in the eye with brush, like right on that lash line, right on there. And then you're gonna get a different brush. I'm just being lazy. And you're gonna get that same really, really bright color, and you're gonna stab yourself in the eye with it, down in this corner, right in the corner. Shove it in there. And then, now that you've got makeup all in your eye, you're gonna get concealer. The same concealer. Preferably concealer on like a thing like this, so that you're in control of it, and you're gonna go straight up there and underneath your eyebrow, and you're gonna meet that other line, so that the concealer, oh bitch, I stuck concealer on my hand, conceal my hand, so that the concealer makes a point with your eyeshadow. Right, I got eyeshadow in the corner of my eye because I can't see, but you want the concealer to make a point. Mine's a bit dodgy because, you know, I'm not really taking my time to do it like good, but you want like a nice clean So much makeup in my eye. Nice clean point of your concealer, and you want to get like a little brush like the same one that we used to blend our concealer in before, and just very carefully, very carefully blend that out like so. Oh yeah. And then that's it. You just gotta put some mascara on, and that's it. So then we just gotta put some mascara on. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh, you bitch. That was my... Any wonder I'm going blind. Okay, so I put some mascara on, and then I would sharpen this eyebrow pencil first. Get an eyebrow pencil and I brush out my eyebrow hairs. I was not blessed with flawless eyebrows. So because I was not blessed with flawless eyebrows, I have to draw my own. Whereas you have enough eyebrow and I do not. Maybe it's because I shaved the ends of my eyebrows when I was little and it never grew back the same, and now I have to draw my eyebrows on. Oh hell yeah. Some eyebrow game. Eyebrow game be strong. And that is it. That is what I do when I do my makeup. This is up close. Obviously I haven't put lipstick on, but yeah, hell yeah.